right.
Okay.
Can you
I'm
see
sorry.
me?
I want to make sure that I can see it live, but my computer, there it is. Okay. My computer takes so long. Hi.
Hi. I feel like I need to close the window. All right. Hey, everybody. If you're watching us live, we're here. It's Rashida.
And it's Stephanie. Hi, friends.
Hey, friends. Hey, friends. We're here today to talk about From Burnout to Bliss, which is my signature course, but Stephanie is kind enough to sit here with me and chat. So if you have any questions about the program, drop them in the comments. I'll answer anything you want to know. But I guess I'll take it from the top. Hey, were you going to say something, Steph?
No, I'm just happy to be here.
I was going to ask you if we were bringing cocktails to this.
I thought about it. I'm kind of getting over feeling sick, so I thought it was best to give it a couple days.
Okay.
But I did seriously think about it. It's not too late for you.
No, I got to stay focused.
Okay.
Okay. So I have notes, but I don't need notes because I know From Burnout to Bliss, forwards and backwards. It's a program that I created earlier this year, and I went through one round of it earlier in April with some students. And what we did was we spent 12, it's really 14 weeks together, but there are 2 weeks off, so that like you get a break. So there are 12 modules over 14 weeks, and we go through the program. We go through all of the questions that anyone could really have about planning a career break. There are also, in this round, 6 group coaching sessions. So we get together, sometimes it's an hour, sometimes it's longer, depends on what questions come up. And we work our plan. So we talk about what's developed since the last time. Has someone picked a date, a place? But you get a module a week, so we're always at the same step. So you might go off module and plan something else, but the majority of the group is going to be in the same place. So when we get together, we're working on the same things. And that's really important to me for that community feel, because I want this not to just be sort of I go through a course, I figure some stuff out. I don't come to things. I don't come to the coaching sessions. I do my a module a week. So we're always at the same.
For me, I'm trying to be helpful. I'm sorry. I'm trying to be helpful and look in the chat for chat stuff. I'm sorry. And I can't get the thing to mute. I'm sorry.
No worries. I thought it was me for a second. I was like, I didn't do anything. I was saying something. Okay, so we're all on the same page. We go through the course together. It's really one of those experiences where it's not just me talking at you, and it's not just me giving you like travel tips, because you can get travel tips on the internet. It's about having the community that gets together. We create our plans, we support each other, we cheer for each other along the way, and we don't let people fall off. Like when you're in here, our goal is to make sure that you get to the end, and the end is your career break or your expat move. And so we really work on making sure that you can complete that. So it's not, I am never going to just hand you something and say, okay, go. This is me saying, okay, welcome, come, and we'll figure it out. Okay, I'm gonna go see if I can go to the comments without
I'm not gonna touch it anymore.
A couple of hellos and heys. Hey, Cassandra. Hey, Janice. Hey, Letitia.
Good. If you're watching, say hi to us. We haven't seen you guys on YouTube in a while, so it's been a minute.
Yes, this is actually my very first ever live stream. Because
it's always something. There's always something new to learn. Always something new. All right. So I want to talk a little bit about why Rashida has a course on taking a sabbatical, right? Because sometimes you do something and it changes your life, and then you're just going about your business. So Rashida, why have you created a course? Why not just enjoy the fact that you took an amazing sabbatical? Why did you make From Burnout to Bliss?
Yeah, so it reminds me of a group coaching session I did last night where someone said, like, you say you're retired, but it seems like you're working. And it was very true. I created From Burnout to Bliss because I was doing individual coaching, and I recognized that some longer term help would really be good for some people. And I was doing individual coaching to back it up even further, because when I took my career break, it changed my life and I chose to retire. And I had people coming all the time to ask me questions and pick my brain and figure out how I did it and how they could do it. And eventually I realized that like this, if I'm spending an hour talking to people all the time about this, it's really a thing, and I should call it the thing instead of pretending that it is not something that I do. And so I do a lot of one-on-one coaching with people who want to take sabbaticals. And there's something really nice about that. I get to know people really personally. I know their plans. I know their dreams. It's really pretty cool. It's a good experience for me. It's a good experience for them. I've had people, quit their jobs within like days of a session with me. And that kind of warms my heart a bit. But it's not, one coaching session isn't what someone who doesn't have a career break plan needs. One coaching session isn't what someone who wants to take a career break a year from now needs. So this course is it spans 3 months. And the point is that you're building the community that I talked about. And those are people who will help you to the finish line, including me. But it's also that you're not in an hour trying to get a whole plan together. You're not in a day trying to get a whole plan together. Some of the feedback I got from people who went to Exodus Summit, yay, if you went, exodussummit.com if you didn't attend. Some of the feedback we got was that there was a lot of information. And I think that's a really great thing. Like, people learned so much. I learned a ton, but a lot of information over a week is different than a lot of information over 3 months. And so the point of From Burnout to Bliss was to really make sure that people who were feeling overwhelmed had a place to process information. People who needed some extra help and they couldn't get what they wanted through a Google search, they couldn't get what they wanted from watching, a couple of videos, they could get together and formulate plans for themselves. So I will give you feedback on your plan. I will give you help making your plan. If you want to talk about, like we have modules about coming up with the money that you need and figuring out how much money you need and then what you're going to do to get that money, and then putting people in place to make sure that happens. So the general idea behind the course is that you start the course with me in October, you can be ready to leave by next October. By October 21, if you have no money saved, you're not ready to go, you don't know how you're going to do it, it's just like a dream, it's a twinkle in your eye, you can leave in a year. If you take this course and you do the work, you can leave in a year. And the work isn't for me to say what it is, like it's for you to say, okay, I need some extra money. Let's talk about ways I can get extra money, but I'm going to decide what the right way for me is. I'm not going to tell you, okay, and now you're going to drive for DoorDash. Like it's not that kind of thing. There's no set formula. This is about what's doing right for you, what's right for you so that you can get on the road and go live your best life, wherever that is, your own way, because that's truly the only way I want you to do it. I want you to do it in a way that like makes you happy and fulfills you, because otherwise you could just go to work every day.
That's right. If you were just going to follow somebody else's path that they took on a sabbatical, it's easy. You can do that. You can do it exactly the way somebody else has already done it, but you're not going to like it. It's not going to do anything for you. So you need to find out exactly what it is that you want and how to get yourself there, not what did somebody else do and how do I get myself to that place.
So we explore that. We explore why you want things. We work on mindset, because you will sabotage yourself. It's without a doubt, you will do something that isn't in the best interest of your goal, because it's kind of scary. The idea of like leaving everyone behind to go travel the world. I don't know, it feels like a sailor, like setting sail, like the 1500s, like you're just off by yourself around the world. But there's power in that. And that power is that you get to decide who you are. Like you get to, in some ways, be whoever you want to be, and not like in like a psychopath way where like you have a totally new personality, but in a sense that like when you wake up in the morning, you have complete control of your day. If you don't have to go to work, if you don't have somewhere you have to be, you have much more options with your day. You can choose what your day looks like. And when you choose what your day looks like, you really choose who you are. You know what I mean? Like there's that aspect of you are what you do. And so what is that? When you don't have any external forces telling you what it is you have to do that day or you should do that day, who are you? And I talked about going off into the world alone, but part of this program is about creating those connections so that when you go off into the world, there are other people who know you. There are other people who you can connect with. When you go to a country, you're not by yourself. You're part of like the network, and you have people in places. That's really important.
Yeah, the network is huge, and the network starts before you get there, and it can very well start in From Burnout to Bliss.
Yes.
That's one of my favorite things about group coaching is that you get a coach and you get a whole team. All right, you get a whole team from cheerleaders to like people who are running right alongside you, people who are on the same journey as you, with the same or similar goals as you, similar questions, who have answers to some stuff, who can fill in some gaps for you. Group coaching is wonderful because you get like more than double the benefit, because you're getting the expertise from Rashida, the course that she's already outlined and put together for you. And you get all of these people who are saying you can do it, because you're going to have people who are like, oh, I don't know about this. It's not safe. You know that the chorus, it's not safe. It's a dumb idea. There's no way that whatever people are going to say. And so it's wonderful in group coaching when you get a whole group of people together who are there for you, who are saying you can do it and here's how, and to hold you accountable, because accountability goes a long way. Accountability is one of the difference makers. It's one of the difference makers between I have this dream and I'm actively working through my plan. Accountability takes you from every January saying, okay, this is my year, right? Every January, this is the year. Accountability partners take you to, that last year that I did it. I no longer have to put it on my to-do list for 2020 or 2021. I did that in 2020, right? Or in 2022, you can look back and be like, I rocked 2021's world. I did it. You don't have to keep putting those same goals. I have some of the same goals I put on the list every year. Accountability is the differentiator.
Mm-hmm. And so there's accountability in the group, and the other thing is you get to draft off of other people's ideas. Like you're going to hear some things and say like, oh, I want to do that too. Like why isn't that in my plan? And you're going to pick up your pen and write it down and say like, I want to do it. And maybe I do it with you. Like because there are, too many festivals around the world for any one person to know them all. But someone's going to come and say like, I want to go here. And you're going to say, balloons in Turkey? Like that sounds like what I want to do. Lanterns in Thailand? Like I'm free that month. Why not? And one of the points of my groups is to keep them small enough that you're not just a face on the screen. These are your new friends. You don't, have to go to lunch with them every day. Like, I'm not forcing anyone on you, but you have the opportunity to make friendships and to form bonds in ways that it's harder to do in larger groups. And so as an introvert, it's really important to me that if I'm in a group setting, I feel like really safe in the group. And as an introvert, it's important to me that any group I am involved with or I manage is the same way. And so total safe space, talk if you want to, don't talk if you want to. I know we're eventually all going to talk because it's that kind of environment. Like you're going to be excited about your plans. You're going to want someone to share your plans with. And the people closest to you in your current life may not be the right people to share your plans with. Not because they don't love you, but because new things can be scary. And what you're doing, someone is going to say you're crazy for doing it. And someone's going to say like the cartel or, or earthquakes or fire. Like there's going to be something that they say that comes from fear. And depending on how close they are to you, is going to like really impact how much influence it has in your life. I talk to a lot of women whose mothers are the ones who are like, but sometimes it's, but what about me? And sometimes it's, but it's not safe. And so we talk about how to go through those things. We talk about ways to talk to your parents about this conversation, ways to talk to your children about this conversation. We talk about doing this in a way where you're not burning bridges, but most importantly, you're taking care of yourself and what you need. And so you're not sacrificing yourself on the altar of your family or your community, because I don't believe in that. So we don't bring that into the course. What we bring into the course is that we have served enough people in our life and it's time to serve ourselves. And so that's the starting place for everything I do, is that you have to be most important to you. And so even if it's your minor children that we're talking about, you have to put on your oxygen mask first. And if you are not at your best in the US, you are not showing up as your best for your children. And so you have to take care of yourself. And sometimes that's going to mean moving abroad or leaving the country or traveling. Or one of my clients quit her job to stay at home with her son because she didn't like who she was when she had to go to work every day. And it happened in March. She quit her job in March, and the relationship with her son has already improved. And she feels like a better parent through that. And so these are the things that open up to you when you have time in your life, when you're not stressed about work. These are the opportunities. So as much as it sounds crazy because it's amazing. Like that's why it sounds crazy to people, because it's such an amazing opportunity that most people feel is out of their grasp. And so they don't try to grasp it. And so I'm here to tell you, let's grasp this together and make it happen.
Yes. All right. So I figured it out without too much trouble. So we have a good question. Oh, wait, but where is the question? Okay. I overpromised.
Wait, can I see it? Oh, wait, let me see.
Oh, Francis, will participants be able to refer back to the course after it ends? So it's a 14-week course, but is that once it's over?
No, they'll have access to the course as long as the course exists. And I don't plan on closing the course anytime. I can't tell you it's going to be around for 20 years, but it'll be around for a year. It'll most likely be around for 2 or 3 years.
I'm going to break in here because Rashida is a former attorney. She refuses to say lifetime access. You can't define lifetime. How long is lifetime? How am I going to promise lifetime? What will video look like in 40 years? So she refuses to say lifetime access. This is what other courses would call lifetime access.
I actually wrote lifetime access, I think, in an email yesterday, because that's how people understand it. And I was like, but it's not real. It's not real. It's not real. Whose lifetime? Who? Okay, so I hate lifetime access, but I'm telling you, lifetime access.
Yeah.
In the general sense that it means, I know somebody's been sued about this already. Like I know it, but I know it's happened. Okay, so yes, lifetime access to the course as long as the course's life is out there. The course's life is what we're going to say.
Okay, good. Yeah. Tracy Lynn says, I need this tribe as I prepare and plan. People who understand and get that energy behind this desire.
Yes, Tracy, come through. I love coaching. I love group coaching. All of the people who are in it so far are excellent. I'm very, very excited about this cohort because it's like really cool people with like that I've spoken to, even if it's online like this, but who bring good energy. Like there's no bad energy in the group. You're going to find positive people who make you happy. You're gonna find a new friend that you want to travel with. I'm very excited about what it looks like so far, and I want to see who else joins. This is my jam. I always say like, I don't like people, but no, I love people. Like it's this weird thing where like, I love the energy that comes from people making positive changes in their life. And that's what this program is about. It's not just like going through a checklist of things. Have you done this? Have you gotten your visas? Have you done? No, it's like, okay, let's talk about what your plan looks like today and how we get you one step further before the next session. Let's talk about what you need to do next. Let's brainstorm together. Let's bring our best for each other. And so this is the tribe. This is the community. These are the people that are going to change your life. Like, honestly, if you've never taken a career break, it's a little hard to, I never saw it coming, but it changed my life. And the people I met along the way, like I will always remember them as the people who impacted my life in such a meaningful way. So I'm not just saying this, this 3 months your life is going to be different than when you start. And when you go on your career break and experience it, it's going to be even different. And different means better here. When I say different, I mean better. So, come. You're muted.
All right. Cassandra Johnson is ready to talk logistics.
Okay.
Are you meeting once per week? And when do you start?
Okay. We start on October 25th, the Sunday, not this Monday, but 25th. And we meet every other week. There may be some adjustments for the holidays, but the plan is every other week. And we will, when we get the cohort together, we'll vote on the time that works best for everyone. And what else? Time that works best. And if the group gets really large, we'll split it up into manageable groups. So there may be options. There may be more than one time option depending on what's going on.
And Tracy Trey says, have they already started?
Nope. October 25th, we start. So, but enrollment ends this Friday. So you got to get in by Friday.
Do we have the link?
I think it's in the description if that's saved.
Let's double check. If not, somebody probably would have told us by now. Because we got to help a bunch.
All right, it's in there now.
No. Oh, okay. The link on so Rashida, the link on YouTube says burnouttobliss.com, but the link is really from burnouttobliss.co.
This is what happens when I'm moving too quickly, y'all. I wrote this literally. Oh, okay.
You see what I'm saying? On YouTube, not in the chat.
I see what you're saying.
Okay.
I see it. So when I first created this site, Burn Out Out. I really was moving.
It's all bad.
The length seemed right. So I was like, how is that not right? Burnouttobliss.co. Okay. When I first created the site, I sent the link to Stephanie, needed the link for something, and I sent it to her, and she was like, no, that's not working. Because I kept writing it wrong. I kept sending the wrong link and saying like, oh, user error, I don't know what's going on with the website. And it was really just, I don't know. Like, Stephanie is our tech person.
All right. So it's from burnouttobliss.co.
Yes, that's it.
Okay. And you were telling us what's happening if we purchase today.
If you purchase today, we start on the 25th, or we'll start like in this next 2 weeks, we will start picking our coaching days. We'll talk about anything we need to talk about before we start. And then we'll start with probably our first coaching session the week of the 25th. We'll skip a week and then have another one. Like I said, we'll adjust around the holidays depending on what dates we pick and when people are available, but definitely 6 coaching sessions. It just may, no one's going to want to meet the day before Christmas or Christmas Day. So let's not pretend that that's going to be a thing. So I think that's the only kind of unknown right now is when we adjust around the holidays. You get, if you sign up today, you get From Burnout to Bliss, the 12 module course. You get Affording Travel, which is a book by travel writer Danielle Desir, and you get House Sitter School from Miss Stephanie Perry of Vicarious.com.
I think house sitting is a brilliant travel hack. If you don't know anything about it, you're going to be excited to learn more about it in From Burnout to Bliss. If you do already know about it, From Burnout to Bliss will get you over that little hump of, oh, I'm interested, but I just can't get going. So I'm excited to be included in the awesome bundle.
It makes me happy.
Yeah.
So yeah, that is what happens if you buy today. And super ready to have you guys start, join the crew. Person said the link wasn't working. I hope it is working now. Let's see. Yeah, I don't know. It's weird to talk about it because I feel like it's one of those things where I know all the things, so I feel like everybody else knows all the things, even though I know that's truly just in my head.
That's why I'm here. So let's talk about who does not do well with group coaching. So I'm putting you on the spot because we haven't talked about this, but who does not do well in group coaching sessions and who would be better served doing one-on-one coaching with you instead? What type of person is better for the program? What type of person is better for just one-on-one?
As far as where you are in your process, if you think your plan is complete and you only need 1 or 2 questions answered, do one-on-one coaching. Call me up. There's a link on my website. It's super easy. You can just do that. But if you have 3 or more questions, that usually means that like you're unsure about what you're doing. You know what I mean? Like if you have 3 questions, you probably have 20 questions. So that's the person who should come to this. As far as personality goes, because it is a group, I think the people who do best in group coaching are people who are open to sharing the mic with other people and who are open to listening. And I think it's hard to know whether that is your cup of tea, but if you don't care about other people's plans, then it's not for you. Like if you only want to get your questions answered and don't think you can learn from other people getting their questions answered, or if that feels like it's in the way of what you like getting to you, then it's not the group for you. So you really have to want to not only learn for yourself, but you also have to want like the whole cohort to do well and to succeed in order for this group coaching to work for you, because
So the good news is your students will not have to worry about someone monopolizing the time, because those people will not join. They will instead be persuaded towards or move towards one-on-one coaching.
Yes. So I want this to be the kind of session where we can all check in every week. And so that's why the size is really important, or every other week when we meet, the size is really important to me. I don't want this to be the kind of thing where one person talks all the time. I don't know it all, and I don't want any of my students to also know it all. I want this to be a collaborative, we work together, we build together, we learn together kind of experience. Someone emailed me today and said they've lived abroad for years, but now they want to not work. They want to just take a break. And they asked if this course could help them. And I was really honest. I'm like, it's one of those things where I don't know what you know, but we are going to talk about elements that are specific to taking a break, and how to sort of create that like lifestyle for yourself. So yes, this may be exactly what you need. But if going through modules that help you plan travel and help you move abroad feel way too basic and feel like they're going to be a waste of your time, then this isn't the course for you, because it's the course where everyone's going to get something, but everything might not be for you. And if you know there are certain amounts of information that are going to like irritate you to hear, like if talking about budgeting is not what you like, you don't want to do it, and you don't want to talk to people who are figuring out what countries to go to, this probably isn't for you. Only because like I said, it's going to be collaborative. We're going to be going through the modules starting from like the beginning, and going through. And there's, even if you're advanced and even if you already have a fully formed plan, I think it's really helpful to still go through all the elements of your plan and go through the elements with other people so that you can see where the gaps are, because there are gaps. There are always, no matter how hard you work your plan, no matter what you do, there will be something you didn't think about, because all of our brains work differently. And there's going to be something that someone else thought about, and you're going to say like, oh, I should definitely add that element. And so that's why there's the group coaching aspect of this program. It's so that we can all together say, oh, because otherwise I could just give you handouts every week. Like every week could just be a new module and that's it, without coaching. And you would read something and then implement on your own. And that's not what I want it to be. I want it to be a situation where we're all bringing our best selves, our like new plans, our new ideas, and like our who we are and what we can give to the table for every session.
All right, so Cassandra has a question on, is there a deadline to enroll?
Friday, end of day. Honestly, I always say like midnight Eastern Standard Time or midnight Pacific Standard Time. But that's 3 a.m. and I'm not gonna turn off the enrollment at 3 a.m. So when I get up on Saturday morning, if you're not in it, you're not in it. So I don't know what time that's gonna be. Get in on Friday. I might shoot out an email with an actual deadline. If I do, pay attention to that deadline. Do it before, wherever you are, before the clock strikes 12 on Friday. Because if I get up in the middle of the night on Saturday and it's 12 on the West Coast, I'm turning it off. So yes, deadline is Friday before midnight, wherever you are.
All right. You might as well just go ahead and do it today. Like there's no reason not to. If you're part of the Perks Pack from Exodus Summit, you check your email, check your Perks Pack email so that you don't miss out on everything else that Sheeta's offering you.
And there is a guarantee. Well, there's a refund window until November 1st. So that gets you through the first two. We start on the 20, did I say the 25th? Yes. So November 1st, you'll already have 2 modules in your hand. And so if you don't like the course, you can get your money. After the first 2 modules, you can get your money back. All of it, no questions. You don't have to do any work and show me. I'm not checking anyone's work. Like that's just not me. It's not my personality. Like if you get in it and you're like, this isn't for me, I've gone to the group session, I don't like them people, like this is not the thing I want to do. Yeah, just hit me up. I'll give you a refund. So 2 weeks to figure out if it's the course for you.
All right. Friends, if you have other questions, ask. Now's the time. Don't leave the live stream with the same questions that you came in with. If you have questions about the actual format of From Burnout to Bliss, or if From Burnout to Bliss will be beneficial to you, ask them. Questions answered. I see a lot of you guys are from Exodus Summit. So hi, we're so glad that you enjoyed it. We enjoyed it too. It was amazing. Exodus Summit was an amazing way to get, to give you not all of the options, but like all of the options. Basically, we gave you so many different ways that you could make this work for you. Right. So now you probably have a lot of stuff in your head that you need to form into a plan, right? You have all these ingredients. Which ingredients are you going to leave out? Which ingredients are you adding in, sprinkling in, throwing in liberally? So this is why From Burnout to Bliss, this is what From Burnout to Bliss will help you do. It'll help you bake a cake, right? It'll help you take these disparate ingredients that you've been given from the summit and make a cake.
Yes.
Yeah.
So one of the things I wanted to say, I looked at the comments and I saw that Erica and Chantel are here. And let me tell you, since the summit, I've noticed that where one of them is, they're always tagging in the other one. Literally every live stream, every time I can see like someone tagging, they are tagging the other one. And that's what I want you to have at the end, in the middle of From Burnout to Bliss, is that there's someone who is so in tune with your plans. And for some people, it's going to be me, like, because I'm going to know what your plans are. Someone who is so in tune with your plans that if they see something relevant, they automatically tag you and say like, oh, you need to know, like, this is for you. They're talking of there's a post in this group about a country I know you want to go to that seems like it's full of helpful information. I know you're in this group, so I'm tagging you in this. Like, that is what, like, Chantel and Erica are the model of what I want for everyone who goes through the program, is to have that buddy that says like, I know your plan, you know my plan, and we take care of each other. You might end up with 7 of them.
Yeah.
Who knows in this group experience. But that is like my dream for everyone. And like I said, once I know your plan, you can't get rid of me. My one-on-one clients, like, I'm in there like, what's up? You doing that thing you said you were going to do? Like, I talked to a client last week and the dates for her next step are on my calendar, because even though like we had a 1-hour coaching session, I want to know what she's implementing, because I know her goals are important to her. And so I'm going to check up on her and say like, did you apply for that visa? I know you want to. I saw the fear in your eyes, and I saw yourself talk. You try to talk yourself out of it, but did you do it on the date you said you were going to do it? And that's what I want from you. I want the accountability we talked about earlier. I want the friend who isn't just holding you accountable, but is giving you the resources and is guiding you to the things you need that you don't know exist. So Stephanie is that person for me. All around the internet, if there's something that she thinks is going to be helpful, Stephanie's always like tagging me in it, like boop, boop. And I'm like, oh yes, this is exactly what I needed, because she knows me well enough to know what I need. And I know her well enough to know what's going to be helpful for her. And so that's our relationship. I didn't have that when I was planning my trip, and it would have been really helpful. I had other people who were like, oh, one of my friends did this 6 years ago. You can call them. Okay, like that, in a lot of ways, that was helpful. But it's not the same as someone who's planning at the same time you are and who can cheer you on all the steps along the way. So that's why we're here.
Yes.
Oh, Chantel is my bestie. All right. Checking in on any more questions. Hey, Katrina. Katrina was a speaker at Exodus Summit. She talked about reentry.
I need some bliss. Yes.
One of the things that surprised me about Exodus Summit is how many of you do not want to come back at all. We thought that a lot of people would be worried about, maybe not worried, but interested in coming back and concerned about what their reentry plan looked like. And what I heard from most of you was that like you were not coming to work. Like the goal is to create something that sustains you, to find a way that you can live for less and have more joy in your life so you can work less. And so I know people valued Katrina's session, but I learned a lot in that. Some of y'all, probably a lot of y'all that are here right now, have no interest in going back. So that was educational for me and for Stephanie.
Yes.
Yeah.
Good to know.
Go ahead.
We also, when I left, I knew I wasn't going to come back to the same life, like the same way of doing things. Yeah. So I had that inkling. If you have that inkling, you might as well go ahead and prepare for something more long-term. You can come back. You can come back if you want. But if there's some little inkling that, you know what, I don't think I want to just go for a year and come back. I think I want to stay gone, or I want to I want a total overhaul, total reset. Then it's best to plan for something more sustainable, like Sheeta said.
And From Burnout to Bliss will help you with that. So this course isn't necessarily designed for someone who knows they want to be an expat. It will help you because a lot of the journey between taking a sabbatical and doing a career break there's a lot of overlap. There's a ton of overlap, but there are other courses that are very expat focused. I think Jackie's is like that. Jackie O, her course is very expat focused. And so if I knew from the very beginning that my only goal was to leave to one place, stay in that one place, and like permanent move abroad to X place, I probably would take an expat course instead of From Burnout to Bliss, just to be perfectly honest. If I thought I was going to travel around for a while until I landed on the place that was right for me, and then I was going to stay there, I'd take From Burnout to Bliss. So think about that. If you already know where you're going, and the question is just, when am I going to be there? And what is my life going to look like when I'm there? This probably isn't, it will help. I'm not going to say it's not going to help. It will definitely help you figure some things out, but it's not tailored for that experience. It's tailored for the experience of people who want to jump around a bit, see some new sites, go to a number of different countries, and then figure out their life. Why are you smiling?
On her own sabbatical, she saw some sites. She jumped around. I don't know if you guys know how many cities she visited in a year. In 1 year, right? In 1 year, she did an insane guess. Like she visited an insane number of cities in 52 weeks. I would not recommend.
I wouldn't.
Like we said, you're not here to learn you're not here to replicate what someone else has already done. You're here to figure out what works for you. For some people, this number is going to be perfect for them. For other people, oh my gosh, no.
Yeah. I always say, like, do better than I did. Like, for everything in my life, like I know when I have made a mistake, and going to the number of countries and cities I did was a mistake. Not that I didn't enjoy my experience, it was great, but there were a lot of times where I was like, oh, child, I'm tired. And being tired because you're traveling takes away from the traveling experience. So yeah, Erica says slow travel. I will admit to you guys that I went to 44 cities in 25 countries, and it was insane. Absolutely I don't know why I did that. Insane. Don't do that. It's not. In Burnout to Bliss, we will talk about why you should not do that. It's not a good choice. It's a choice. It's a choice you can make, but there are definitely downsides to it. So we'll talk through all of that through the course. So, any more questions? Any feedback? I think that might be it. What do you think, Steph?
I feel like we've covered what the course covers. We covered who it's for, and also we've covered who it's not for. And we've covered the logistics of it, like when and how and where. Don't
wait till Friday, because if you forget and hit me up on, so the thing Stephanie knows about me is that I don't do extensions.
Sheena is a former attorney. You can see that in a lot of ways. And one of those ways is the rules is the rules.
The rules. And so if you wake up on Saturday and you forgot to sign up on Friday, beloved, it's not.
We could probably place a bet on how many emails she'll get on Saturday and Sunday saying, oh,
I didn't realize. But if you're on my email list, I'm telling you in every email, I'm telling you in every social media post, it's over on Friday. I haven't said the time on Friday before. I don't think. It's over on Friday. Enroll, because that way I can figure out how big the cohorts are. I can start the actual like concrete process of getting people into place. I can't have people trickling, because if I let you in on Saturday and let you in on Sunday, someone on Monday is going to want to get in too. And so that's why the rules are the rules. And so it will work better for the people enrolled if there is a hard stop, and that hard stop is Friday.
So you might as well do it today. She told you that she's giving you the money back guarantee, or that's what it's called. And now I'm afraid to say legal terms.
And the money back guarantee is not from when you purchase it, it's from when the course starts. So you don't have to worry about, oh, I'm purchasing it now, but it's not going to start for a while. It's 2 weeks after the course, or 2 sessions after the course starts.
Yeah. All right. So Educated Queen says, thank you both for sharing your wealth of knowledge with us. Thank you for being here.
Thank you.
This is our favorite subject to talk about. So we're glad you came, because we could just talk anyway.
I was like, this is going to be like 30 minutes at the most, and it's 50, because we could talk about the subject.
Perfect. Right on time.
Right. So thank you everyone for coming to my first ever live stream. This wasn't, I did it. I survived. I figured out how to do it today, I was very proud of myself. Every time I take a new technology step, I'm very proud of myself, and I celebrate it, just like I will celebrate you when you take new steps in the course.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So sign up today. Oh, do we need the link again?
Please.
Am I gonna get it right this time?
You can do it.
I can do it.
Yes. If you type the HTTPS, it'll be clickable. It's too late for that.
What I have to do? Make it clickable?
I think so.
Oh, girl.
If you do the HTTPS from burnouttobliss.co, then it's clickable. Other than that, they just leave it on the screen, even though they know it's a link.
That's very rude of them.
I know. All right. So
now it's clickable. Let's see if I added the right link. I had no idea all those links I was posting weren't clickable. Anyway, you guys have had enough, I'm sure. If you have questions, if they come to you after this moment, email me, DM me, leave a comment here. I want to make sure that you're very clear on what you're getting. in From Burnout to Bliss. So if you have questions, I want to answer them. If you have concerns, I want to answer them. This isn't like, I'm not just trying to like sell you something and run away. Like this, we are in this together, and I'm not going to want you in this and upset for 12 weeks. So I want to make sure that you are fully invested, and it's not just a money investment. You're excited about the program. You're bringing good energy. You are part of the team. And so, yeah, click over to the link, which is now clickable, and come through. I think that's it.
All right. We'll see you over there.
We will. All right. Now I got to figure out how to stop my first live stream. Good night, y'all.
Good night, friends.